Thank you, everybody.
Welcome to Larry's Blast.
Welcome to Larry's Blast. That was great. All right. So first off, I want to thank everybody for coming. Some of you have traveled farther than others, but everyone here has endured the twin horrors of COVID and East Side parking. So congratulate yourself on that. Special acknowledgement goes to Ryan's parents, Mike and Jill. They've done a lot for the wedding and for Emily. And Emily and Ryan. It's not easy planning a remote wedding, and they were here providing a lot of support. I'd also like to shout out to Linda and her husband Tom, Emily's mom. Tom made the I do and the arch for the wedding. They were very supportive and also provided a lot of support for Emily and Ryan. And also, we have a couple that's been married 63 years. You already heard this. It's Ryan's grandparents, Jerry and Mary. 63 years. I spoke with Jerry last night and I said, 63 years, what is... Oh, yeah. All right, let's see it. The spark is still alive. I spoke to Jerry last night and he said, 63 years, wow, what's that like? He said, that's the best 10 years of my life. That's his joke, he gets credit for it. Some of you may know that I've had a couple of side hustle jobs in my life. I've been a mobile DJ for many years. And Mike already shared that I'm kind of a pyrotechnician. I work for a pyro company.
Fireworks.
Yeah. So now you have to pay attention because I'm going to work both of those cleverly into this speech. All right. Bob, there's one thing. Bob DJ'd with me for many years. There's one thing that makes a speech good versus great. What makes a great speech, Bob?
Great speech is a short speech.
Yeah. Unfortunately for you guys, this is not going to be a great speech. So all you are parents can relate to this. When you pick up your newborn for the first time, it changes you. And when a dad picks up his daughter for the first time, he's changed. I picked up Emily, and from the moment I had her in my arms, I knew she had me wrapped around her little finger. Maybe I'm weird. Yeah, I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird, but I've been thinking about Emily's wedding since the time she was a little girl, maybe before she was. I was DJing and thinking about the weddings. And I've always had this sense of dread about losing my daughter. And I know it's a cliche, but I really truly feel that I haven't lost my daughter. I've gained a son in Ryan. Ryan, I couldn't be happier to have Ryan as a son. He's patient and kind, yet he's driven to achieve. And he's willing to take risks. Well, he's married my daughter, that's a risk. Matter of fact, I think that I probably talked Ryan out of buying some Tesla stock. He had some and he didn't want to keep it all because of something I said. Had he kept it, I think we'd be doing this on his private yacht. When Emily talks about Ryan, she relates how happy she is to have found a best friend. Someone she's excited to share her life with. I can see it in her eyes. I can hear it in her voice. She's truly deeply in love with Ryan. While Ryan is Emily's true love, I have a secret. Her first love is here tonight. It's Brianna Reed. Brianna and Emily met in K4 and they've been best friends ever since, although they're very different. I know they're different because I coached them both in soccer. Brianna was very quiet. I had no idea what was going on in her head when she was playing. Emily, on the other hand, not so much. I knew what she was thinking, her teammates knew what she was thinking, and people 3 fields down knew what she was thinking. I don't think people who know me would classify me as loud. So what do Emily and I have in common? Well, she has my eyes. She has my weird sense of humor. And going off script a bit here, she's like, Dad, don't try and be funny. No one's going to understand your sense of humor. And I thought, Yeah.
Dark.
Dark. And I thought to myself, I've given her a lot of advice between the ages of 15 and 18 that she's ignored, so I'm going to ignore her advice tonight. All right, so she's got my eyes, my weird sense of humor. She has this distinction of having watched every episode of Survivor ever filmed, and I think she shares that with her mother too. She has my amazing good looks and charm. I'm feeling sorry for her now. Emily and I do share a love of cooking. At least in her case, she likes watching cooking shows. There's a show on TV called Chopped, and they give the contestants a basket of ingredients and ask them to make a gourmet meal out of it. So Ryan and Emily, I've got a basket of ingredients for your gourmet marriage. Trust, persistence, humor, teamwork, forgiveness, and gunpowder. Hey, I said there's unusual ingredients.
For fireworks.
Yeah. I'm sure Emily is going to know what to do with that last one. She grew up with a dad as a pyro. Some families, like normal families, took camping trips and they went to parks, maybe set a tent up under the trees near a stream. Our family went to exotic places like Fargo, North Dakota. We set our tent up on a dusty field and we watched fireworks for 7 nights in a row. Is there anyone here from Child Protective Services? All right, then I can continue that story. Emily and her brother Andy both learned to light fireworks at a very young age. It was all safe. They had goggles on and things like that. They were actually members of a group called the Junior Pyrotechnics of America. And they learned how to put on fireworks shows. Emily's kind of like a firework herself. I thought of a few words that describe both fireworks and her. Glowing, warm, sparkling, fiery, loud and booming. Emily did tell me that she saw fireworks when Ryan proposed to her on the beach. Before Ryan proposed to Emily, he called me to ask my permission. He was such a gentleman. Mike and Jill, you raised a great son. You should be very proud. We chatted a bit, and he told me how he was planning to propose to her on the beach and how happy he was to start this next phase of his life together, his life with Emily together. And of course, I gave him my permission. After the call, I thought about the conversation I had with Ryan, and it reminded me of a paper that Emily wrote when she was a junior in high school. Look at her eyes open up. What the hell did she say? She wrote a paper about her future dreams, and it talked about her job and her career and going to college and all the other good stuff, but there was something in there about her marriage and the man she might marry. Here's what she wrote, 16-year-old Emily. After college, I would like to start a family. Hopefully I find a wonderful man and fall completely in love. Emily, I know you can check that one off your bucket list. You found a wonderful man, and I know you two are both deeply in love. But there's more. Of course there is. Having grown up with only one brother made me wonder what it was like to be part of a large family and to have a lot of siblings. I want my kids to have the experience that I never did, so I plan on having 5 kids. This is something I did not tell Ryan when he asked for her hand in marriage. All right, 5 kids. That means they got a lot of work to do. I better just cut this off. Let's raise our glasses in a toast to Emily and Ryan.